Hello, everyone. I'm Lopi Clint. Welcome to Inner Peace Time. As always, it's great to be here online with all of you, whether you're watching from Zoom, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. So, hello again, everyone. Hello, Eric. Hello, May, Krista. Hi, Hero. Hello, Pedia, iPhone, Wendy and John, Kanoon, and Kev. Thanks for joining here on Zoom. Also, hello, Julie, and on YouTube, and everyone watching on Facebook and Twitch. As always, it's great to be here with you all, and a great opportunity for us to come together and find some calm, find some peace together. As meditation is a very easy way to help recharge and regain that calm and peace. And how we do it is actually very easy. Just 2 steps: relaxation and awareness. So, first with relaxation, feel comfortable. You don't have to sit in any particular pose or some kind of perfect position or something like that. Be comfortable any way that works for you. I like to call it the perfect position because it's a position that feels perfect to you. And that's what's important. It's not so much about trying to look perfect, it's just to allow yourself to feel perfect. Okay? Because when your body's released and relaxed, we can start to relax our mind, which is the next one. The next step is consciousness or focus. But it's very light and gentle. It's not forceful, it's not pushing. We let our mind rest. So, how do we do it? Letting our mind stay with just one thing. And that one thing can be anything at all. Maybe a crystal ball, the sun, the full moon, a shining star. Really, whatever feels easy and comfortable to you. And it doesn't matter what you start with, because when your mind's at ease, it feels comfortable, it will naturally start to adjust. For example, when I was a teenager, I would think of a Lamborghini, very expensive car, my favorite car at the time. And then little by little, that very extravagant, detailed Lamborghini changed to simply car. It became more general until eventually my mind just enjoyed having a simple crystal ball or full moon. And I still use these two to the day. So whenever day I feel like, oh, I want clarity, I think of a crystal ball. Some days I want something a little bit brighter, I think of the full moon. Some days I want something much brighter, I think of the sun. So make adjustments to you. What feels right to you today? All right? And hello, Yongpa. Thanks for joining in. Okay. Then, as we practice together, remember, take it easy, take your time. You don't need to force or push. And if you have any questions or wonders, feel free to type into the comments or into the chat, and we can talk about it after. All right? So, is everyone ready for some meditation? Okay. Then let's get into our perfect position, as I like to call it, because it's perfect for you. And when you're ready, gently close your eyes. Take in a deep breath. Breathe in the cool, calm, relaxing air. And breathe out all your worries, thoughts, and responsibility. Just let it all go. Forget about it for the time that we are meditating. Just breathe in, breathe out. As we meditate, the steps are relaxation and awareness. Allowing your body to release and relax is a very important first step. This relaxation doesn't need to be very relaxed. But as long as you feel comfortable, you feel okay, similar to going to the park and sitting on a bench. It's not particularly comfortable, but it's comfortable enough. Enough for a short break. And that's what we're doing as we meditate, giving ourselves a short break for your body and your mind. So allow your body to release and relax as best you can. I recommend remembering the most relaxed you've ever felt and allow that feeling to flow throughout your entire body, from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes, just allowing every muscle to begin to release and relax. And you don't need to rush. Take your time. As I know many of you have heard this or heard me say this almost every single time. But it really is that important to not rush and to take your time. A lot of regular meditators unintentionally start to rush, especially after you've experienced that peaceful feeling within. Because once you've experienced it, you can't help but want it again, want to get to that state quickly. But you have to remember, to get there, we must slow down, not rush. The quicker we're able to stop, the quicker we're able to experience it again. But many times, it's due to our expectation, expecting to feel it right away, or expecting to feel the same as last time. That actually holds us back, creating an invisible wall. That's why I always tell you all, let go of your expectations. So even if you know what's supposed to happen, or whatever you think is supposed to happen, we can forget about that. Instead, it's just right now. Whatever we experience today, at this moment, something new, even if it feels very similar. Kind of like listening to a live performance. Live performance almost never sounds the same, like a recording. It's similar, but there's always some nuance, some difference. That experience of it being live. Our meditation should be the same. It can be similar, but it's not the same. It's always a little different. So give yourself time to experience, not anticipate, not to try to make something happen, but to allow ourselves time to experience. Just relax your body, relax your mind, and little by little, everything starts to fall into place. our mind starts to quiet down. Energy starts to arise. And time tends to fly by. But give yourself time. And even during our times of calm and peace, your mind may still begin to wander. And even your body might start to need adjustment. Feel free to make those adjustments, both physically and mentally. Physical adjustments, do so lightly and gently. There are two good reasons for this. One is to practice, to adjust as quietly as you can. This way, when you have the opportunity to meditate in a group, you won't accidentally make too much noise and bother those around us. The second benefit is when it's time that you need to adjust and your mind is very, very calm. By moving slowly, gently, quietly, you will not shake yourself out of your meditation. Because if you move too quickly, too abruptly, it tends to literally shake your calm, making you need to restart, when in reality, you could have made that adjustment and stayed at that same state. So whether you're sitting alone or in a group, make adjustments as lightly and gently as you can. And with our mind, as our mind starts to wander, don't be frustrated or annoyed. You are normal. That's one important thing to remember. You are normal. You're not doing anything wrong. Our mind loves to wander. It loves to think. So when our mind starts to wander, just gently bring it back to your center, back to your object. You don't need to do it very strong or forceful. Always lightly and gently. As everything we do in meditation should be light and gentle. We're learning to slow down after all. And when we've learned to slow down, we slowly learn to stop. As our great master would always say, "Yudเป็นตัวสำเร็จ," which means stopping is the key to success. When we finally allow our mind to truly stop, it is quite literally stillness within stillness. A very profound stop. When you experience it, you'll understand. But the main thing is, when our mind has finally stopped, or really even just slowing down, you start to feel the benefits. You start to have a sense of calm, a feeling of peace. You might even start to see your object clearly. As remember, seeing is not the goal. It is a bonus. So if you're trying to see, you're very likely trying too hard. Instead, allow yourself to experience. If you see your object, great. Continue watching your object. You sort of feel an object. You feel like there's something there. That's great. Continue to observe and experience. If you see and feel nothing at all, that's also great. Just continue to observe. We are all at our own level and space in our journey. You never need to compare with others. And during meditation, you shouldn't compare at all. But after we finish, it's okay to compare, to see what happened today compared to last time. But as we practice, it's all about right here, right now. Let your mind melt into this calm and peaceful state. Even if it's only 1% peace, it was worth it. So take your time, relax your body, relax your mind. Om. Araham. Om. Araham. Om. Araham. Now, let us continue in silence, letting our mind be calm, clear, and peaceful. Remember, take your time, relax your body, relax your mind. Now, let us begin spreading loving kindness. Spreading loving kindness is like spreading out your heart, sending out good intention to all beings. So let us visualize our object as we have been doing, and imagine that your object becomes crystal clear, clean, and bright. And at the center of your object, there is a bright light. This light is very special. All those who touch this light are instantly happier, healthier, and more at peace. So we let this light illuminate our body, filling our body with light. And let this light shine out from us, filling the room. And let this light spread far and wide, filling the city, filling the state or province, filling the country and the surrounding country, until filling the entire world and out throughout the universe. Thinking of our loved ones, our family, our friends, our close and distant relatives, our coworkers, acquaintances, all the people you know, and all the people you don't know, to all sentient beings, all the animals in this world, and even thinking to the heavens, to our friends and relatives who have passed away, wishing well for every one of them. And as we are spreading loving kindness, let us make this wish together for us all to be happy, healthy, wealthy, successful, to gain wisdom, attain enlightenment, for world peace. Let us take a moment to make our own good wishes. Sabbe Buddha Parapata Pace Kananchayang Palang Arahanta Nanchate Jinarakam Pantami Sapaso Sapaputanupavena Sapatammanupavena Sapasanghanupavena Sattha Soti Bhavantu Te. And now, very gently and at your own pace, opening your eyes. Take your time as we slowly come back. You can take in a few deep breaths, do a little stretch if you'd like, as we slowly come back. How is everyone feeling? As always, notice how you're feeling right now, now that we finished. Compare it to when we just started. How was the difference? Because each time we meditate, it's either a good session or an almost good session. There are no bad sessions, as it's always an opportunity to see how we're doing, to gauge and see how well we're able to find our calm, our peace, or even how well we're able to relax, take it easy. Always notice these little things. It always starts off small, but it gradually grows and grows. So, for today, a little bit of wisdom talk I'd like to share with you is 4 things we definitely should not do, especially during meditation. No expecting, no rushing, no staring, no fixating. So, why is this? When it comes to meditation, our expectation, that first one, is the thing that actually holds us back. It's very much an invisible wall, making us feel like, how come I can't reach that spot again? When in the end, it's because of our own expectation, trying to reach something, instead of allowing ourselves to experience it. Then, no rushing, not to try to rush to reach that spot, especially, as I mentioned earlier, especially those who have experienced it before. You can't help it, you want it again. But to get there, we must remember that to take it slow, take it easy. It will happen naturally. Now, staring and fixating are very similar. They're both about focusing, but they're a little bit different. Staring is more about your eyes. Because when we meditate, we don't actually need to use our physical eyes. You should know this. It's physically impossible to see anything as soon as your eyelids are closed. Our eyes are that's it. It's covered. Can't see anything. But why is it that we tend to see? It's because of our mind's eye. It's not our physical eyes. So sometimes when you're trying to stare into the space or something like that, you actually squeeze your eyes, and that causes uh, discomfort and can cause pain, and it will not be very helpful. So the staring is mostly your physical eyes, but fixating is like focusing on that spot in space. As we do with meditation, we do focus, but it's not so strong that it's like you're trying to burn something into that spot. Okay? That's where it's now adding extra force, which is not supposed to happen. We're not supposed to use that extra force. Everything is light and gentle. So remind ourselves to take it slow, take it easy. No expecting, no rushing, no staring, no fixating. Do our best not to do these things. If you realize you're doing it, reset, restart, and then continue on. Okay? Because it's something that will happen to us all. So when you realize it's happening, now you know, reset, restart, instead of continually trying to force. Okay? As this is a very normal thing that does happen as we practice. So it's some good wisdom to remind ourselves not to do these things. Okay? And you'll also wonder, why don't I tell you guys this before we meditate? Some people have asked me this. Why do you always talk about the things we shouldn't do after we meditate already? It's because if I tell you before we meditate, you'll fixate on trying not to do it. Suddenly you keep on thinking not to do instead of simply doing. That's also the nature of the mind. This is also why I like to give lessons or give wisdom after we've finished practicing. Because once our mind's more at ease, it's much easier to absorb compared to if I try to tell you before, your mind just keeps thinking about it. It's like you're replaying it over and over. How do I do this? How do I do this? Don't do that. Do that. Do that. Then you're unable to be at ease and experience. So that's why even if you have gone through it and then at the end of meditation you remember that you're not supposed to do that, that's okay. At least now you know, oh, I was doing that. Okay, next time, try my best not to do it again. No problem. We will have to practice many, many more times to keep our peace. Okay? All right. So I see more people came in. Hello, Annie. Hello, Kev. Actually, I said hi already. Hello, Pinui. And, oh, I thought I saw. Oh, hello, Chintana on Facebook. And let's see. My screen is much smaller than usual, so I have to really squint in here. Hello, Sue. Hello, Denix. Good to see you again. Hello, Hakuzo. No worries, coming a little late. Not a big deal. I'm glad you got to come in. Oh, okay. So he has a question for us, asking, "What is the hardest part of Thai language that is hard to translate to English?" Hmm. When it comes to translating language, a lot of it is usually culture, because there are some words and phrases that make sense in that particular language and culture, and then when you put it into another place, it's like, huh? What's that about? Right? And um, also how some words can be neutral in English, but can have a positive or negative connotation in Thai, and vice versa. Here's one funny one that I like to share with Thai people who translate. I tell them, for example, like in English, let's say, "Oh, you someone says you're as strong as an ox." It's considered a compliment, right? It's like, wow, okay, I'm a strong guy. I'm strong as an ox. It's a compliment. If you translate directly to Thai, they will say, in Thai they would say, "แข็งแรงเหมือนควาย." Kwai is the word for water buffalo, so that'd be closest to ox. But water buffalo in Thai is like in English a donkey, an ass. So it comes off very negative. So instead of a compliment that's meant to be there, it gets a different feel. So that's been a lot of the difficulty in translation is mostly this. Uh, when it talks about meaning. Other than that, it would be understanding the language where they have different wording for royalty, different wording for monks, different wording for people in general, and even general things can have both positive and negative connotations from that word. For example, eating. I did not know there were so many words for eating in Thai. So, for example, they would say if it was for royalty, they would say "sabui." It means eating for a king. Like that's how they eat. They would use that word. Sounds quite pretty. "Sabui." For monks, they say "chan." Chan is the way that when monks eat. When we proper eating, we'd say "rapatanahan." Yeah, the whole rapatanahan sounds nice. And then there's "gin." Gin is like eat, just pretty simple. Then there's a negative connotation word. I will not say because those who understand it, geez, LP. But there's a word in Thai that means eat, but when you say it, it's a negative meaning. It's like, huh? It's almost like the bad word for eat, and you go, no eating. But yeah, that's just some of the fun stuff about languages and culture. So that's some of the difficulty, but it's not too bad. But when it comes to speaking, oh, and you're saying speaking of translation, how is the book translation group? Yeah, that has been really waiting. uh, for translating the books that I was doing before. That one is more about understanding the wording. Sometimes the wording I I can understand it, but I can't quite find it in English, so I'm still trying to. Honestly, I haven't been working on that book in a while, so I had to go back to it because it's a really interesting one. So yeah, thanks for uh, pointing that out. So, but when it comes to speaking Thai, it's the accents because they have five tones. So it goes up. There's the middle tone, there's the up tone, the down tone, the up down, and then the down up. You go, huh? But yeah, it's very tonal. So sometimes you can say one word and then go, huh? Because it could have five different meanings depending on the tone. So, but the good thing is context is important. When you have if you have the context in the sentence, you go, oh, okay, I know what you meant, even if your tone's a little off. But same with when Asians speak English, we go, huh? Same thing when immigrants come in and they're learning to speak English, and it's like, huh? Well, we'll accent different spots. So it's always a lot of fun. The main thing is, when learning a new language or getting to experience it, to be open to first take it all in and go, oh, okay, and then try to help them out when you can. Okay. Any other questions or wonders? For those on Zoom, you can turn on your mic if you'd like. Oh, and before that, wanted to remind everyone. So this is the schedule for the rest of the year. I'll be here one more week. So next week we'll have Monday, Wednesday, Friday as usual. Then one more Saturday, and then I'll have Monday before Christmas, and then that'll be it for this year. And I'll be back January 5th, or at least for Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So just wanted to let you guys know. Here's our schedule. That way, if you come the week after and I'm not here, you're like, what happened? Well, that's why. Want to give you guys time for uh, time for family, time for the holidays, and also uh, myself a little break. So yeah, but just a short one. And even during that break, feel free to contact me if you ever have any questions or just want to talk. As while I might not be here leading class, I'm still available to chat, as many of you already do. Okay. Also, want to test something with you guys since we're here together. If I turn this off, does that make me? I could have done that earlier. Suddenly you can see me better, right? uh, some of the funny things when you meditate, you start to have good ideas that you should have had earlier. uh, I realized I actually have a light that I can put in front of me, and I forgot to bring it with me. So, yeah, when we continue to practice, you'll have other good ideas that pop up. If only I had that good idea before this. All right, then if no other questions or wonders today, then I'd like to give you all a blessing before we go. May you all be blessed with happiness, good health, wealth, success in your lives. May you be surrounded by good friends who will always guide you into light, in times of darkness and in times of need. And when you close your eyes to meditate, may you attain inner peace easily and quickly in every lifetime. So thank you again, everyone. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you're watching from. And remember, a smile a day keeps the stress away. So everyone, keep smiling. Let's brighten up the world together. So for everyone on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, see you guys next time. For those on Zoom, feel free to stay longer if you'd like to chat. Take care, everyone.